After expanding Mali into a realm of immeasurable wealth, after turning dust into gold and villages into kingdoms, Mansa Musa prepared for a journey that would not just test his faith, but shake the balance of the world's economy. He did not leave quietly. He moved across the Sahara not as a pilgrim, but as a walking empire. 60,000 men followed him, soldiers in formation, scholars reciting holy verses, servants bearing gifts. 12,000 royal slaves marched beside them, each draped in fine Persian silk. And behind them came the camels, 80 of them, each carrying nearly 140 kilograms of pure gold. Not coins, not polished ornaments, raw gold, sunlight in solid form. And as the caravan crossed the desert, even the sands seemed to glitter in his wake. When they reached Cairo, the Sultan of Egypt expected another king seeking favor. But Musa refused to kneel, not from arrogance, but because a king bows only to God. And then he began to spend. He fed the hungry, not with bread, but with gold. He paid the debts of strangers. He tipped merchants with fortunes. He built mosques, as if laying foundations for entire futures. His generosity was so vast that gold itself lost value. For 10 years after his pilgrimage, the price of gold collapsed across Egypt and Arabia. Imagine that. A man so wealthy that his charity damaged economies. The only man in history to cause a recession by giving. By the time he reached Mecca, his legend had already arrived ahead of him. Some bowed, some stared in disbelief, some whispered, "Is this a man or a myth made flesh?" He completed his pilgrimage not as a king seeking recognition, but as a servant of God bearing the blessings of a continent. And when he returned to Mali, he did not come alone. He brought architects from Spain, engineers from Cairo, scholars, judges, imams, poets. With them, he transformed Timbuktu, not into a city, but into a beacon of knowledge. The Sankore University would grow to hold more than 1 million manuscripts. At a time when Europe still struggled in darkness, Africa was already writing books of science, astronomy, medicine, theology, and law. Mansa Musa ruled not through fear, not through conquest, but through abundance. He proved that true power is not in what you take, but in what you can give without breaking. He walked the earth not asking for permission to be great, but declaring greatness with every step. Let his story be a reminder. You do not need a throne to act like a king. You only need the courage to move like one.